Hi, everyone. This should be working. I tested it earlier. I guess I'll wait a couple minutes and find out if it is working. But hopefully it should be working. I did test it. Tonight we're going to be reading some bedtime stories. Oh, I've got it pulled up. Let's see. It looks like it is working. Perfect. Tonight we are going to be reading some bedtime stories. Let me post that I'm streaming on Twitter. Okay. Perfect. I have some really fun bedtime stories lined up. Some are ones that I have read on the channel before, and then others are going to be new ones, and some of them aren't prepared. So we'll see what we get into. But why don't we go ahead and get started? Let's see. How full screen can I make it? This is clearly a scan of this book. That's okay. This is a monkey puzzle. That's exciting. I wonder if I can just. No, that doesn't do anything. What happens if I. No. Wait. That did something. I was hoping there was a way I could just go page by page, but that's okay. We will scroll. This is Monkey Puzzle. Ooh, and it's British. Should I do a British accent? I've lost me mum. I've lost my mom. Oh, look how many forest creatures there are. We've got beetles and bugs and a lizard and a cat of some kind, perhaps. I'm not sure. Some kind of cat. Oh, and the bug comes. We got a butterfly. I'm loving the butterfly's face. Hush, little monkey. Don't you cry. I'll help you find her, said Butterfly. Let's have a think. How big is she? She's big, said the monkey. Bigger than me. Bigger than you. Then I've seen your mum. Come, little monkey. Come, come, come. It rhymes, so I had to say mum. It's important. No, no, no. That's an elephant. My mum isn't a great gray hunk. She hasn't got tusks or a curly trunk. She doesn't have great, thick, baggy knees. And anyway, her tail coils around trees. She coils around trees, then she's very near. Quick, little monkey, she's over here. Let's see what we've got. We've got an amazing elephant. It's not his tail, but he also coils around trees a little bit here. Pretty close. Pretty close, butterfly. No, no, no. That's a snake. Mum doesn't look a bit like this. She doesn't slither about and hiss. She doesn't curl around a nest of eggs. And anyway, my mum's got more legs. It's legs we're looking for now, you say. I know where she is then. Come this way. No, no, no. That's a spider. Mom isn't black and hairy and fat. She's not got so many legs as that. She'd rather eat fruit than swallow a fly. She lives in the rooftops way up high. Yeah, I don't think the spider is the mom. She lives in the trees? You should have said. Your mommy's hiding above your head. No, no, no. That's a parrot. Mom's got a nose and not a beak. She doesn't squawk and squabble and shriek. She doesn't have claws or feathery wings. And anyway, my mom leaps and springs. Aha, I've got it. She leaps about. She's just around the corner, without a doubt. No, no, no. That's a frog. Butterfly, butterfly, please don't joke. Mom's not green and she doesn't croak. She's not all slimy. Oh dear, what a muddle. She's brown and furry and nice to cuddle. Brown fur? Why didn't you tell me so? We'll find her in no time. Off we go. No, no, no. That's a bat. Why do you keep getting it wrong? Mom doesn't sleep the whole day long. I told you she's got no wings at all. And anyway, she's not nearly so small. Your mom's not little. Now let me think. She's down by the river, having a drink. No, no, no. That's the elephant again. Butterfly, butterfly, can't you see? None of these creatures look like me. You never told me she looked like you. Of course I didn't. I thought you knew. I didn't know. I couldn't, you see. None of my babies look like me. So she looks like you. Well, if that's the case, we'll soon discover her hiding place. No, no, no. That's my dad. Come, little monkey, come, come, come. It's time I took you home to mum. Aw, back in United. This kind of reminds me of Are You My Mom or Are You My Mother? I think I've read this for the channel before. Ooh, I wasn't planning on reading this, but this one's called Drat, That Fat Cat. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty good. It's not on. It's not on Scribd. We can't do that one. What a shame. Well, let's go back home and find another story to read, shall we? Let's see. Wait, we do have a fat cat story. We got to read the fat cat story. I can read. It's true, I can. Let's maximize. Is it better a little zoomed out, like full page? That looks good. The fat cat sat on the mat. Wilma the witch has a crazy broom. It likes to fly around her room. Let's zoom out a little more. She also has a fat cat and a pet rat. Wilma loves her pet rat. She calls the rat my little brat. The rat hates the cat. The cat does not care. The cat, who is fat, just lies in the vat and stares at the rat. The rat hates that. Okay. This one's intense. One night, when Wilma was out, the fat cat got out of the vat. He went pit a pat and sat on the mat. This is my mat, said the rat. So what? Said the cat. So get off, said the rat. No, I won't, said the cat. I think if you have any cats in your life, I I think you might know a cat that might act like this. Very cat behavior. Then I will go and get my bat, said the rat. It will get you off the mat. No, it won't, said the cat. He's gonna get his bat. This is the mat of the rat, said the bat. Oh, they mean like a bat, like a animal. This is the mat of the rat, said the bat. So what, said the cat. So get off, said the bat. No, I won't, said the cat. Then I will go and get my hat, said the bat. It will get you off the mat. No, it won't, said the cat. It's the bat. This is the mat of the rat, said the hat. So what, said the cat. So get off, said the hat. No, I won't, said the cat. I am a cat, and I am fat. No rat, no bat, no hat can move me. I shall sit on this mat for as long as I wish. Look at the hat. The hat's incredible. I know. I know. I was definitely expecting a baseball bat to come out. That was kind of scary for a minute. We shall see, said the hat. Look what we have, said the hat. A big deal, a dish, said the cat. A dish and what else? Asked the hat. A fish, said the cat. A fish on a dish, said the hat. For me, asked the cat. For you, said the hat. This is a tough one. This is a tough read. Bring it closer, said the cat. Come and get it, said the hat. Why is the hat like do you guys have hats that talk to you? You think I am stupid, said the cat. You want to get me off this mat. I won't get off, and that is that. They're all just looking at each other. I see, is an owl back there? Rat-a-tat-tat. What was that? Asked the bat. I don't know, said the hat. Rat-a-tat-tat. It sounds like a rat with a tat, said the cat. It is not me, said the rat. What is a tat? Asked the bat. I don't know, said the hat. Look, the broom, cried the bat. The broom flew into the room. It zoomed over the mat, over the cat, over the hat and the bat and Wilma's pet rat. The fish flew off the dish. It landed on the hat, which landed on the bat, which landed on the rat, which landed on the cat, lying flat on the mat. Get off, said the cat. Okay, this is a good. Get off, said the cat. No, we won't, said the hat, and the bat, and the rat. The fish said nothing. Okay, that's pretty funny. The fish said nothing. Wilma came home. She looked at the room. She picked up the broom, then asked, Why is the fish out of the dish? Because of the cat, said the rat. The fat cat sat on my mat. My dear little brat, said Wilma, what makes you think this is your mat? The fat cat smiled. The fat cat got up and stretched, and off flew the rat, the bat, and the hat. Wait, where's the fish? He ate the fish, licked the dish, and went back to lie down in the vat. Thank goodness, said the man. Okay, that was pretty silly. That was definitely sillier than I was expecting. That was good. We're gonna save. We'll save the fat cat sat on the mat. That was pretty silly. What else do we have here? The artist who painted a horse blue. Zoom out a little. The artist who painted a horse blue. Great color for a horse, if you ask me. I am an artist and I paint. Okay, I I don't think this is gonna be a rhyme. I have to like get out of the rhyming storybook because that's like a okay. Back to Normandy. Back to Normandy. I am an artist and I paint a blue horse, a red crocodile, a polka dotted donkey. Here's a celebration of creativity and color that will inspire young artists everywhere. Oh, this is the forward. The artist who painted a blue horse. Whoa, look at all this color. It's fun to paint like this. I am an artist and I paint a blue horse and a red crocodile. Wait, the forward was the whole book. And a yellow cow. I like the art style. And a pink rabbit. And a green lion. And an orange elephant. And a purple fox. Ooh, I like this fox. Its eyes are a little silly, but I like this fox. What a big tail. And a black polar bear. A black polar bear. He's really thinking outside the box. And a polka dot donkey. It didn't say it yet, but and a polka dot donkey. That's amazing. I am a good artist. Nice. I like that. I'll read about them. Franz Marc was born in Germany in 1880. He loved to paint animals in bright and unusual colors. At the time, some traditionalist critics objected to his new ideas and his unconventional paintings, stylized in form and unrealistic in color. But Marc and some other like minded artists formed an art group that was highly influential in modern and expressionist movements. His paintings of blue horses are particularly famous. Franz Marc was killed in the First World War. Okay. In his pocket of his uniform was found a sketchbook with 36 pencil drawings that, as he wrote to his wife, he was planning to make into oil paintings upon his return. That was kind of sad. That was sort of sad to find out. Okay, we gotta pick one with some more words. Not that I did not love those stories. Looking for a little more story in my story. Let's see. Anita Harper and Mary McQuillan wrote, "It's Not Fair." Okay. Another more British. When mom and dad brought my baby brother home, everyone fussed over him. This is good art. We got the dog family and the little baby brother. It wasn't fair. What about me? You're a big girl now, my mom said. I'm not that big. No one's ever too big for attention. Okay? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting your attention, even if you are big. People are always doing things for him. I have to do things for myself. It's not fair. Oh, she's dressing herself. If he makes a mess, it's all right. But if I make a mess, I get into trouble. That's not fair. Dang, were they having a picnic over here? They got like a cheese board. When we go out, I have to walk, but my baby brother can ride. It makes me mad. When the babysitter is here and my brother screams, she tries to find out what's wrong. When I scream, she tells me to be quiet. It's not fair. Now, my brother's getting bigger. The other day, we went for a walk in the rain. He wanted to walk, but my mom wouldn't let him. He didn't think that was fair. And when we go to the park, he wants to slide down the hill, but he isn't big enough. He doesn't think that's fair either. When I go to playgroup, my brother wants to go too, but he can't. He doesn't think that's fair at all. Now, when my friends come over, my brother wants to play with us, but he's too small. He lets us know he doesn't think that's fair. Sometimes I'm allowed to stay up late, but my brother has to go to bed. He screams and screams because it's not fair. The dad's looking frazzled. Or was that the mom? That's the mom. The mom's looking frazzled. My brother has started to talk now. Today I'm going to a party and he can't go. Do you know what he said? It's not fair. Is that how it ends? Wait. That can't be the end. That can't be the end. It's not fair. Okay, I'm gonna give it an ending because that comes out of nowhere. The cow would be like, well, sometimes I think things aren't fair, and sometimes my brother thinks things aren't fair, but we still love each other. Moral of the story, we still love each other, and we're a happy family. Let's see. When I dream of ABC. Very interesting. I really wish I could just go. Thank you. Did you like my you liked my ending? I'm glad. I'm not very inventive, I guess, but that really did end just out of nowhere. When I dream of ABC, A is for angel. Angels are made from laughter. They are especially kind and really good at flying. Although angels are everywhere, they are impossible to see. That's cute. These are cute angels. B is for bear. Bears live in the woods and like to have tea parties very late at night. Their favorite thing to eat is raspberry jam. I'm stuck in a loop. Stuck in a loop of British. I'm stuck in a loop of British stories. I think because I read one, it's recommending me all of them. I love this bear. This bear is having a great tea party. Just a spoonful of raspberry jam. C is for clown. Clowns live in the circus and are nearly always laughing or falling over. Clowns only eat popcorn and are never grumpy. I don't know if some of these facts are true. I really like these pictures. These pictures are great. And he's spilling all his popcorn. Oh no. Ooh, D is for dragon. Dragons are very shy and live in caves. Despite popular opinion, dragons are very polite, but are best avoided on account of having rather smelly breath. Aw, poor guy. Someone's got to teach him good mouth hygiene. Look at the sun, though. Like, very interesting art style. I really like this sun. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like collagey, you know? Very interesting. E is for elephant. Although very large, elephants are a bit cowardly, and nothing scares them quite as much as the mouse, which is not very big at all. When approaching an elephant, try not to squeak. I feel like I might like I'm feeling some nostalgia towards this book. F is for fairy. Fairies are very, very small and have very squeaky voices. If you ever spot a fairy and are lucky enough to tickle its nose, it will grant you a wish. Wow. I had no idea about that. I didn't know. Make sure you tickle the nose. What would you wish for if you tickled the nose of a fairy? What would be your wish? G is for giant. Giants are easy to spot because they are huge and hairy. Never get too close to a giant because their hugs are quite dangerous. Whoa, he's so big. He wears one of his teeth as a necklace. Wow. I can see how their hugs would be dangerous when they're so big. H is for honey. Honey is very sweet and is made by bees, which are not. Never try to eat a bee. Always go for the honey. This book has some really good advice in it. I is for igloo. Igloos are made of snow and ice. Although the people who live in igloos are usually very cold, they are always jolly and eat lots of ice cream. I think they get warm in the igloo. Igloos can like really keep you warm. And I think it's true that in colder places, they eat more ice cream. It's kind of interesting, right? Like in New England, where it's cold in America, they eat a lot of ice cream. J is for jelly. Jelly is the most fun food to eat on account of it being very wobbly. Never go to a birthday party unless you know it has a good supply of jelly. In America, we'd call that jello. Most birthday parties I go to don't have jello, though. I must be going to the wrong birthday parties. What am I doing wrong? K is for kite. Nothing is more fun than flying a kite on a bright sunny day. Be careful, however, in high winds not to be blown away. I was just going back to make sure that like all of them didn't rhyme. I was like, wait, have all of these been rhyming? And I've just been reading it like they don't. I like I like kites. Kites on a nice windy beach. That's a lot of fun. L is for leprechaun. Leprechauns come from Ireland. They dance all day long and are always in a good mood. This is probably because they all have large pots of gold. which they might just share with you if you manage to catch one. He's happy because he's got his big pot of gold. I'd be pretty happy if I had a pot of gold too. I mean, I'm pretty happy without the pot of gold, but I think the pot of gold wouldn't hurt the happiness situation. M is for mermaid. Mermaids live in the sea and have beautiful tails. Mermaids love to sing opera and never eat fish. Wait, what do they eat? What do you guys think mermaids eat if they don't eat fish? Curious. N is for nurse. Nurses are very kind and gentle and help make you feel better with medicine and lollipops. Aw, they've got chicken pox. She's gonna save the day though. Get better. O is for octopus. The octopus likes two things, tickling and swimming. Because they have 8 arms, they are rather good at both. I think, yeah, I think getting tickled by 8 arms would be maybe a little too much tickling for me. I can barely handle one arm tickling. P is for parrot. Parrots come in all shapes and colors. Colors. And live in rainforests. It is very hard sleeping near a parrot because they never stop talking. That's true. That's true. I love their tails. I really like this art style. All the pictures are really pretty. It's really nice. Q is for queen. Queens are married to kings. They don't have to be actually. And tend to be very bossy. Most queens eat too much chocolate and have lots of shoes. I feel like, well, they're good queens. They're good queens. Maybe this is actually Canadian and not, this might be Canadian, not British, because I think British people wouldn't speak ill about their last queen, but like Canadians might. R is for robot. Robots are mostly made from old toasters and broken washing machines. Despite being entirely metal, they have huge hearts and love doing housework. They love doing housework. That's very convenient. A very convenient thing for a robot to love. S is for spaceship. Yeah. Spaceships are very quick, except when they run out of petrol. Okay, nope, they're British. They are British. At this point, they do not move at all. Try and bring a picnic when traveling through space, as it can take a long time to get home. I should say, though, um, not to be pedantic, but due to inertia and the conservation of momentum, uh, even if they run out of petrol, they actually will still keep moving. They don't stop moving. Just a little, just to throw that out there for everybody. He's eating spaghetti. Why is he eating spaghetti? He's on a spacewalk munching a plate of spaghetti. That's incredible. Oh, it's because he's having a picnic. I don't know. I don't think spaghetti is picnic food. Maybe that's just me. T is for train. Trains move along tracks made out of licorice and chocolate. They won't leave the station if it is too hot, too cold, or too leafy. I don't think, is that true? They won't leave the station if it's too hot or too cold or too leafy. The tracks are licorice and chocolate. I'm surprised no one's eaten them yet. U is for unicorn. Unicorns are made from stars. Never try to ride a unicorn or touch its horn, as this is considered quite rude. That is a amazing unicorn. But yeah, like the colors, like it's got stars in it. It's really pretty. I really like this art style. I should find what else this person's made and find some more books with this art style. V is for vampire. Vampires are very pale because they don't eat their greens. They come out late at night and drink hot chocolate through little holes in their teeth. That's awesome. It's true. That's what vampires do. It's very true. W is for witch. Witches have terrible eyesight and spend all of their time flying on brooms. Because of this, their kitchen floors tend to be rather messy. Her face is looking pretty, a lot like the moon. Her face looks a lot like the moon. X marks the spot where pirates bury their treasure. Pirate treasure is made up of chocolate biscuits, sweets, and gold. Never take a pirate's treasure, as it makes them rather sad. There's some sweets in this. I had no idea. Pirates are kind of like leprechauns if you think about it. Y is for yellow. Yellow is the color of the sun, which only comes out during the day. Although very warm, the sun can be quite shy and occasionally hides behind clouds. Oh, I love this. They got some Twitter birds up top, some sunflowers growing toward the sun. Really nice clouds. Some hot air balloons. I haven't seen a hot air balloon in forever. Have you guys ever been on a hot air balloon? A little scary, but a lot of fun. And Z is for zoo. Zoos are filled with animals who like to watch people. Never try to stroke a crocodile at a zoo. They prefer to be tickled. That's bad. That might be bad advice. I think that might be bad advice, guys. Oh, it's a panda and a lion and a flamingo and a couple of giraffes and a really big snake who's wrapping around the sign. And we've got the monkey who's flying away on balloons. The bird. Oh, and the crocodile was hiding down in the corner. He blended into the background. And then we've got all the ones we've seen. A is for angel, B is for bear, C is for clown, D is for dragon, E is for elephant, Q is for queen, P is for parrot, O is for octopus, N is for nurse, R is for robot, S is for spaceship, T is for train, U is for unicorn. Wait. Wait, what is this order? Okay, I think these pages I think these pages were supposed to be side by side. And you're supposed to follow it like E down to F. That scared me. I was like, this doesn't seem right. This alphabet doesn't seem quite right. F is for fairy. G is for giant. H is for honey. I is for igloo. J is for jelly. K is for kite. L is for leprechaun. M is for mermaid. V is for vampire. Yeah, it was a little confusing. W is for witch. X marks the spot. Wait, they totally cheated for X, didn't they? Now that I didn't catch this. They totally cheated for X. What X one could they have done? Xylophone. Y is for yellow. Z is for zoo. There are 6 more wonderful picture books by Top That Publishing for you to enjoy. Little Gray Donkey, Baby Bear, Cub's First Winter. I might have read Cub's First Winter. That one looks familiar. Hiku, the penguin, said the kitty to the cat. That one looks pretty cute. And Toucan to Can't. I think I might have read that one, or I have that one saved too. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Well, I think that's going to be all for tonight. This was more of a test stream than anything else. I really hope you guys had a good time. I'm new to doing something live, so hopefully everything sounded okay. And I hope you enjoyed the stories tonight. I'll prepare even more for next time, and I think we'll do some other streams too that are not just reading bedtime stories, but I thought bedtime stories would be a good first one. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and I will see you next time.